Hi, my name is Aaron. I work over here at Sages as a network administrator. Today I'm going to go over a few tips to help you keep your inbox clean and free of clutter. So first I'm going to show you some rules that we can use here in Outlook itself that's going to help reduce clutter in your inbox. So I'm going to go ahead and launch Outlook here and show you all some of those rules. I personally set up different style of rules. I have categories, which is what I normally use. A lot of people like to move their emails into different folders. I also use that, but not as much. In the past, I've overlooked emails, and it's been because they've been over here in these folders, and I was on my inbox, so I didn't see them. So ultimately, setting up rules is a very subjective thing. You just have to play around with it and kind of get used to what you like. So I will show you what I use and where to set the rules up. You go to File, Manage Rules and Alerts. So for, say, those ESET tickets that you saw, the category, here's that ticket set up, the rules set up. So this is default, apply the rule after the message arrives, and we're going to set missing ESET in the subject. So I have that as my subject trigger. So if anything comes in that says missing ESET in the subject, it's going to categorize it as an ESET email, and it's going to be an orange box because that's how I set it up. The categories can get more specific than this, but for the way I have it set up, it's just very color. It's essentially just for color coordination. Now to set up mail, other folders that you can move mail into. An example of that would be, let's see here, the daily scorecard folder I have. So if it comes an email with daily scorecard in the subject, it's going to go ahead and move it over to the daily scorecard folder. I'll go ahead and go through the process of creating a new rule real fast. So say we want to have a rule that we'll just name it test, or if the subject is test. So we want to move messages with specific words in the subject to a folder. So we're going to select that, hit next. We're going to go down here to where it says specific words and click on that. So our word is going to be test. We're going to add that. You can also add more words, so we can say test or testing. We can add that as well. So if it says test or testing in the subject, we're going to move it to the we're going to create a new folder here. We're going to move it to the test folder. That way, if any emails come in with the subject test or testing, it's going to move them to the test folder. And then once you hit next, you have a couple more options. You can obviously delete it or copy it to other folders, stuff like that. But for this rule, we're just going to move it to the test folder. Once you hit next again, you can set exceptions. We're not going to set any exceptions for this one. Now, if you're setting up a rule and you want it to apply to past emails that are already in your inbox, that are not just now coming in, you're going to have to check this box that says run this rule now on messages already in inbox. If you don't do that, the rules we're making now are only going to be applied from here on out. So we're going to go ahead and select that and hit finish. It's going to go ahead and move all of the emails that have test or testing in the subject into the test folder. So I'm not sure if I actually do have any that have test. Okay, it looks like I do have a few emails with test or testing in the subject. So as you can see, it has moved all of those into this folder now. Okay, so to wrap things up, my name is Aaron. I am a network administrator over at Sages, and today we went over a few tips and tricks, some rules that you can set up in Outlook. One of them was categories and the other one was folders, so that you can move emails to certain folders or copy. The rules can get very extensive, so if you have any questions about this, feel free to reach out to us at Sages or your local IT administrator.